Hey everybody, my name is Rebecca Johnson and I'm a licensed mental health counselor and I specialize in narcissistic abuse recovery. So if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to do that. And as always, please like this video if this is content that you really enjoy seeing. I'm also open for comments of what you would like me to include in future videos. So let's get right into it today. Last time I posted a video about the effects of having a narcissistic parent. So those are more kind of short-term things. What I'm going to be talking about today are the lasting effects, so more long-term into adulthood effects of having a narcissistic parent. The thing is, most of these things, right, are connected to little self-esteem and a lot of self-doubt. So as we go through this video today, you're going to see this common thread that persists throughout each of these things. So I'm going to give you 6 lasting effects of having a narcissistic parent. The first one is mental health issues. There's probably anxiety that you felt for a really long time. This is a result of always walking on eggshells, always not just kind of this continual stress that you are under, not knowing what to expect or what's next. Another thing is depression. There's hopelessness here, right? There's hopelessness in the fact that this is what you've dealt with during your childhood, and it's likely what you're going to be dealing with for a really long time. So it can really impact your mood on a daily basis and put you in a dark spot sometimes. Another thing as a lasting effect of a narcissistic parent is post-traumatic stress disorder. You have endured trauma over a considerable amount of time with your parent due to manipulation, abuse, lying, on and on and on, all of the things, gaslighting. So PTSD might be something that you're really struggling with. The second thing that I wanted to talk about as a lasting result of a narcissistic parent is a long-term obsession of people pleasing. So there's this compulsion to seek others' approval all the time. There's this compulsion to want other people to really like you or to love you. There's a lot of effort put into making other people happy with you. You've always cared for your parents' needs, and this is what you do now. You're caring for other people's needs all the time. And as I've mentioned in other videos, you're pushing your needs and your wants aside because of your narcissistic parent, because of the experience you've had with them. So, and also another thing is codependency, right? It's this whole idea of I'm only okay if you're okay with me. Your value and your worth have been based on pleasing others. So this really develops into, like I said, that compulsion to be, this obsession to be always making sure people are okay with you. So third thing is you have problems in your interpersonal relationships. Shocking, right? The dysfunction that you have experienced with your parent has become your normal. This is what you're used to. This is what you know. So you have no idea what healthy relationships really look like. Healthy relationships have not been modeled for you. I think another thing is that you may be drawn to toxic individuals, again, because this is what your normal has been. Often you will end up with people very similar to your parent. So again, a lasting effect of having a narcissistic parent is that you have problems in your interpersonal relationships. Number 4 is that you have trouble with emotional intimacy and vulnerability. You have learned over time, because of your parent, that it is not safe to share your emotions. It's not safe to share your thoughts. So you've created this barrier around your heart, not trusting people with it. The 5th thing is having difficulty with boundaries. So what is a boundary exactly? You might not have any idea. A boundary is where one thing ends and another thing begins, which again is a foreign concept when you have a narcissistic parent. There is such a great deal of enmeshment and overlap. You have not been able to cultivate your own identity aside from your parent. So the whole idea of boundaries is really foreign to you. It's really important to note as well that this lack of boundaries can set you up for abusive relationships. If that's with your boss, if that's just a romantic relationship, partner, even friendships, right? Without having boundaries set in place or not having a distinction of who you are and what's okay and what's not okay can certainly set you up for toxic relationships. Last but not least, number 6 is unhealthy coping mechanisms. Again, healthy coping mechanisms were not modeled for you when you were a child. Maybe your parent leaned into alcohol They were violent. They raged at you when they felt out of control or when they felt overwhelmed. So this is, again, what's been modeled for you. So it could be that you haven't even had the chance to develop healthy coping mechanisms. So I want to remind you that you are not your parent. You cannot change them, but you do have the choice and you have the power to change your role in this unhealthy cycle. And just to highlight again, if some of these issues really feel familiar to you, really jump out to you, I really encourage you to seek professional help, particularly with someone that specializes in narcissistic abuse. Next week, I will be posting a video on how to begin to heal from a narcissistic parent. Up until now, I have done mostly videos on education, so next time around, you'll be able to catch some info on how to begin to heal. Thank you so much for watching today. I really appreciate it. Again, I would love to hear from you. Leave me a comment to let me know what else you'd like to hear from me. Okay, until next time.